He was just making his deliveries until a determined mother dog altered his path forever. She did not bark for attention. She stood firm for something vital, and the agony she concealed shattered his heart. It was a dreary, rain-soaked afternoon in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The streets glistened under gray skies, and puddles formed in the cracks of the pavement. A delivery driver navigated his truck through the downpour, focused on his route. Suddenly, a thin dog appeared in the road ahead, standing motionless. Her fur clung to her body, drenched and matted. Her eyes locked onto the truck, wide and urgent, but she did not move. The driver honked, expecting her to scatter, yet she remained planted, staring intently. She took a step back, then glanced over her shoulder, as if beckoning him. Frustration turned to curiosity. The driver stepped out into the rain, umbrella in hand. The dog whined softly, turned, and trotted a few paces, pausing to look back. Something in her gaze compelled him. He followed her down a narrow alley toward an old, abandoned shed at the edge of a forgotten lot. The wind howled, carrying the scent of damp wood and decay. The driver's shoes splashed through muddy puddles as he approached the shed. The door creaked open under his push. Inside, dim light revealed a heartbreaking sight. A tiny puppy lay huddled in the corner, body convulsing weakly. The puppy's fur was filthy, stained with dark residue. His breaths came in shallow gasps, eyes half closed and faint. A foul smell lingered, hinting at toxic waste dumped nearby. The driver knelt, heart pounding. The infection from the poison had spread, and the puppy teetered on the brink of death. The mother dog nudged her baby gently, whimpering. She licked his face, urging him to respond. The driver wrapped the puppy in his jacket, careful not to jostle. As he hurried back to the truck, he glanced in the mirror. The mother dog limped after him, determined despite her exhaustion. He slowed the truck, but she kept pace. Finally, he stopped and opened the door. She leaped inside, curling beside her pup, head resting protectively on him. The nearest emergency animal hospital was 20 minutes away, through relentless rain. The driver gripped the wheel, praying they would make it. Upon arrival, the vet examined the puppy and frowned deeply. The poison had ravaged his system. He was severely dehydrated and malnourished. Survival seemed unlikely. The driver met the vet's eyes, then looked at the mother dog, trembling yet steadfast. "Please save him," he whispered. And so the battle for life began. On day one, the puppy could not eat or drink. The vet administered detox fluids through a tube. The mother lay nearby, eyes fixed on her baby, whining every time he stirred in pain. Day two brought little change. The fever raged on. The vet monitored closely, adjusting treatments. The driver visited after his shift, sitting quietly as the mother paced the room, her loyalty unwavering. A faint twitch in the puppy's tail offered the first glimmer of hope. By day three, the puppy opened his eyes for longer moments. He managed a sip of water. The mother groomed him tenderly, her tongue cleaning the remnants of filth. The driver felt a swell of emotion, witnessing this bond that refused to break amid such suffering. Day four saw incremental progress. The puppy attempted to lift his head. The vet smiled faintly. "He is fighting," the vet said. The mother barked softly, as if in agreement. The driver stroked her fur, grateful for her courage that had led him here. On day five, a milestone arrived. The puppy stood shakily for seconds, legs wobbling. The room held its breath. The mother nudged him encouragingly. Tears welled in the driver's eyes. This tiny fighter wanted to live, and his mother would not let him go alone. The following week brought steady improvements. The puppy began eating soft food, his strength returning bit by bit. He wagged his tail at the driver's approach. The unbreakable connection between mother and pup shone through every grooming session and shared nap. One morning, the vet opened the door to the clinic's backyard. Sunlight pierced the clouds, warming the grass. The puppy stepped outside slowly, testing his legs. The mother followed closely, watching his every move with pride. Then, with a burst of energy, the puppy began to trot. Not swiftly, but with joy. He barked happily. The mother responded in kind, her tail wagging vigorously. The driver watched, overcome with emotion, tears streaming down his face. The driver decided to adopt them both. "I believe they rescued me as much as I rescued them," he said. In a world full of indifference, one mother's resolve spoke volumes, inspiring strangers to embrace compassion. This story reminds us of hope, bravery, and love without conditions. A simple act of following a dog's lead can transform lives. Thank you for watching.